Southeast Radio's Business Matters with Carl Fitzpatrick.
Southeast Radio.
Well, in April last, Evelyn Moyhihan assumed the role of the CEO of the Kilkenny Group, and she joins me now to discuss her plans for growth, along with some of the innovative projects that they're currently working on. Evelyn, before we discuss your new position, provide us with an insight into your own career to date.
Yeah, so thanks, Carl. So I'm a Cork lady and I started my career with Diageo in Dublin. It was St James's Gate at the time that I joined over 20 years ago. And I joined as their marketing graduate at the time, and I spent about 5 years in St James's Gate with Diageo, working in various commercial and brand roles. And then from there, thought it was time to move back to Cork. I was losing some of my Cork accent. So made the decision to leave Dublin and join Musgraves based in Cork. And I worked in various commercial and brand roles for the Musgraves company, a fantastic organisation with fantastic independent retailers all over the country. And then about 18 months ago, got the opportunity to come across to the Kilkenny Group, who, as you know, are behind the Kilkenny design brand in Ireland, and I joined as the Marketing and Business Development Director, and then in April I was delighted to be appointed the CEO for the group.
Evelyn, I was very surprised and pleasantly surprised when I saw the size and scale of the Kilkenny Group when I was doing some research for this interview. So maybe provide our listeners with the numbers behind the group itself.
So the group itself it represents over 30 million euros in revenue. It operates across 16 retail outlets, 5 cafes and a thriving online business. And obviously COVID has been exceptionally challenging when you do operate across retail, hospitality and tourism. I suppose they're some of the hardest hit sectors, if you like, when you think about, I suppose, the pandemic and what we've gone through over the last while. So it's fantastic now, Carl, to be at the stage of reopening, all our retail outlets, getting outdoor hospitality up and running in the last number of weeks, and really looking forward to getting indoor hospitality up and running as well in the coming months. Our online has been excellent for us, Carl. We really took the opportunity during COVID to, I suppose, scale up and grow our online business and our omni-channel business. So not just our online site itself under kilkennyshop.com, which experienced over 300% growth in the last 12 months, but also we launched a new telesales channel where our customers were delighted to be able to ring up and talk to our knowledgeable staff about advice on gifting or on particular homeware products or jewellery. And also we had a very strong click and collect offering available as well. So all of that investment in scaling up that we've done, I suppose, in new channels is really going to stand to us now as we emerge into this post-COVID world, if you like, where definitely the customer and the Irish customers got really used to shopping in different ways, and we'll want that choice as we go forward into the coming years.
And how does the Kilkenny Group differentiate in the retail market?
So I suppose our positioning is all about being champions of Irish craft and design. Over 74% of what we sell is Irish designed or made, and we're extremely proud of that fact. I mentioned we represent over 200 designers and makers, and actually we're always looking out for new. So if any of your Southeast listeners this morning are interested in getting in touch, we're doing an awful lot of work in bringing in and mentoring new designers and makers that are bringing something new to the market. So please get in touch. I suppose our big focus going forward now is on growing our omni-channel strategy, which is about growing and investing in our bricks and mortar stores, but then also continuing to grow on our online and our other channels as well into the future.
And Evelyn, in a pre-COVID world, how reliant was the Kilkenny Group on international tourists coming into Ireland?
Yeah, so it was significant, Carl. So it was about a third of our business. So obviously that was a massive impact of COVID-19, not having the visitors, and particularly in key, I suppose, locations, like Kilkenny City in our Kilkenny Design Centre there, or even on Nassau Street where a lot of the tourists would, they'd flow out of the buses and into our Nassau Street store. But again, we haven't sat on our laurels. We've been investing a lot in growing our business with the domestic customer, both in our bricks and mortar stores and online. So, for example, we've done a big revamp of the NASA Street shop in Dublin City, and we've put in a whole new athleisure and wellness section into that store, for example, which we know is a big trend for Irish customers now, and they're really looking for the latest Irish-made and Irish-designed athleisure and Irish skincare products. We've also done a lot of work, Carl, and taken the time to attract overseas, I suppose, shoppers or people who love Ireland and who love Kilkenny design to our online site. So we've done a lot of work from an e-commerce point of view. If people can't come to Ireland, we'd love to be able to send them a gorgeous Irish gift or a gorgeous Irish-made product.
What innovative projects are you currently working on?
So great question, Carl. We're doing lots of work on our range development. I mentioned the areas of wellness and athleisure being an area that we're investing in. We've been doing a lot of product development in the areas of home as well. Lots of people, because we've had so much more time working and being at home with our families, are investing in both their interior design and their exterior, their gardens. So we're doing a lot of development of our products in those kind of sectors. Also, from an e-commerce point of view, we have a very exciting virtual reality store launching in the coming weeks, which allows people to virtually shop our NASA Street shop. It's based off the NASA Street flagship store. And people can go online in the next few weeks and actually tour around the store, see the products in situ, and then if they're interested, go on and purchase from the virtual store. So we've lots of kind of innovation happening in those kind of spaces. We're also doing a lot of work in the area of corporate gifts. So again, if people are looking to, send out, self-care packs or thank you packs to their employees and their teams for all the great work that's been delivered over the last while, Kilkenny Design is a one-stop shop for all of that service. And we're really investing in that, corporate gifts from both the domestic market and an international market as well. So lots of work happening in that space.
That's very exciting. And just in relation to virtual reality, there's been lots of talk about virtual reality as an emerging trend for many years, but we've yet to see it go mainstream. With Kilkenny Group now backing it and investing real money in that project, what is your outlook for VR in terms of it becoming mainstream over the coming years?
Yeah, I do believe it will grow in popularity. I think it's been a slow kind of process, I suppose, for brands. First time to invest in it and adapt, because it's not an easy feat. As you described, it takes investment, it takes the right kind of expertise and skill set. But look, we're very proud that we're launching our first virtual reality store in the coming weeks. I think it's a really attractive product, for people who are abroad that want to kind of tour around the Kilkenny Design Shop, but also for people in the domestic market. When you're looking for inspiration, for gifts, or ideas for, treating yourself, it's a fabulous way to sit on your couch or sit out the back of your garden and actually tour around the store. Following on from VR, we're also looking at AR, augmented reality. So again, if you're looking to buy a throw for your couch and you want to know what it's going to look like, that's our next step then, following on from virtual reality, stepping into the world of augmented reality.
And finally this morning, Evelyn, you have great insight into the premium Irish craft and design sector. If there's anyone listening this morning that's interested in starting a business in that particular space, what particular niche is there an opportunity in? Yeah,
the Irish craft and design sector has got super talent. I've been blown away by it since I joined the sector over the last 18 months. And there's some brilliant, ambitious people working in the sector that have great ideas. We did a seminar recently, with a number of our suppliers, and the key trends we spoke about were areas like wellness and self-care is definitely a growing sector. Also, the areas of home. So people are really investing in their home, and we see that continuing. Also, the areas of casualisation when it comes to kind of, I suppose, clothing is another area of growth. And any area really that you've spoke to customers, your target audience, and you've done your product research, you've put the product and the packaging in front of people and you're getting traction, then you're onto something. But there are some of the key sectors that we see a lot of growth in. Another one for us is jewellery as well. There's some amazing, startup Irish designed and made jewellery providers coming through, which we're always delighted to see because that's a massive category for us in the Kilkenny design.
Well, if you've just tuned in, that was Evelyn Moyhihan, the newly appointed CEO of the Kilkenny Group, and I wish Evelyn every success with her ambitious growth plans.
Southeast Radio's Business Matters with Carl Fitzpatrick.
South